Picture this. You're in a normal conversation. Nothing dramatic. Someone says, "So how's life?" And you give the same answer you always give. "Good." "Fine." "Yeah, not bad." And the moment the words leave your mouth, you feel it. That tiny drop. Because you're not boring, but your phrases are. Then the awkward part happens. You start searching for something better to say in real time, and your brain goes blank. So you smile, nod, and let the moment die. Here's the cold truth. Your social skills aren't stuck. Your default phrases are. In a minute, I'll show you a 3-word swap that instantly makes you sound more confident. And later, I'll give you one sentence that saves awkward moments every time. Quick micro move. Write one word somewhere. Upgrade. This video is based on the Well-Spoken Thesaurus by Tom Heehler. But don't worry, this is not a use fancy words lecture. In fact, the fastest way to sound weird in conversation is to try to sound smart. The real goal is simpler. Sound clearer, warmer, and more precise without thinking too hard. If you stay to the end, you'll get a set of phrase upgrades you can use today in real conversations. When you're stuck in small talk, when you want to disagree without conflict, and when you want to sound confident without sounding arrogant. And if you click away, you'll keep living in the same loop. Say the safe word, feel flat, overthink, then replay the conversation later like a cringe compilation. Here's the roadmap. At about 25%, you'll feel instant relief because you'll realize you don't need a new personality. At 50%, I'll hit you with the anti-advice that makes you more likable. And near the end, I'll show you the simplest method to never run out of things to say. One quick question before we start. What do you always say when you don't know what to say? Your autopilot phrases are killing your charm. Let's diagnose the real problem. A lack of social skills doesn't cause most awkward moments. They're caused by language on autopilot. You're not responding, you're defaulting. Someone asks, "How was your weekend?" And your brain grabs the safest setting. Good, nice, not bad. Those words aren't wrong, they're just empty. They don't give the other person anything to grab onto. So the conversation dies, not because you're boring, but because your words have no texture. Here's a quick test. Think of the last time someone asked you a simple question and you gave a simple answer. Did it feel like you left something unsaid? That's the moment we're fixing. Micro drill. Do this right now. Open your notes and write 5 phrases you repeat constantly in conversations. Be honest, stuff like, "Nice," "Cool," "Yeah, for sure," "That's crazy," "I don't know." Now review that list and note something. Those phrases are not thoughts. They're placeholders. And here's the first upgrade rule. Stop answering with a rating. Start answering with a detail. Instead of good, give one specific thing. Instead of fine, give one honest emotion. Instead of not bad, give one tiny story, because details create traction. In the next part, I'll show you the likability upgrade most people overlook. It has nothing to do with being funnier. It's about sounding warmer in a way that makes people want to keep talking to you. The likable upgrade, warm beats. Smart. Most people try to fix conversations by sounding smarter, bigger words, better jokes, a stronger opinion, and it backfires because nobody is thinking, "Wow, impressive vocabulary." They're thinking, "Do I feel comfortable around this person?" That's the anti-advice. Don't try to sound smarter. Try to sound warmer and clearer. Because warmth is social gravity. It pulls people in. Here's the simplest way to do it. Stop using flat ratings and start using human reactions. Instead of good, try one of these, depending on what you actually mean. Honestly, refreshing. Pretty intense in a good way. Calm, but I needed it. Instead of fine, try a little drained, but I'm okay. Better now that you asked. Busy, but productive. Instead of okay, try I'm managing. I'm getting there. I'm in a weird in-between. Do you hear the difference? None of those are fancy, but they create a mood. They create texture. They give the other person a handle to grab. And here's the real likability secret. Add one small bridge that invites the other person in. For example, honestly, refreshing. How about you? Busy but productive. What's been taking up your time lately? I'm getting there. What's new with you? Micro drill. Pick one phrase upgrade right now, just one, and decide you're going to use it in your next conversation today. Because the goal isn't to memorize a thesaurus. The goal is to stop sounding like a robot. Next, we'll upgrade confidence, not fake confidence. Real clarity without sounding aggressive. The confidence upgrade, clear, not aggressive. Here's why people often sound unsure, even when they're right. They hide behind soft phrases. I think, maybe, I'm not sure, but kind of, like. Those phrases feel polite but overused. They make you sound like you're asking for permission to speak. So let's upgrade confidence the clean way. Not louder, not meaner, clearer. Here are 3 swaps you can use immediately. Instead of, I think we should, say, here's what I do. My take is this. The simplest move is, instead of, maybe we could, say, one option is, a solid next step is, we could start with, instead of, I'm not sure but, say, I might be wrong, but here's what I'm seeing. From my side, it looks like, based on what we know, I'd say, do you feel the shift? You're still humble, but you're not shrinking. Micro drill. Take these 3 weak sentences and upgrade them in your head. 1. I think it's fine. 2. Maybe we can do it later. 3. I'm not sure, but I don't like it. Now rewrite them with clarity and kindness. Example. 1. It works, but it's not the best version yet. 2. Let's do it later today. What time works for you? 3. Something feels off. Can we talk through it for a minute? That's confidence, not ego, not dominance, just clean communication. And here's the payoff. People trust clarity. They don't trust perfect words. Next, I'll show you how to never run out of things to say, even if you're not naturally social. It's a simple set of bridge phrases and follow-up questions that keep any conversation alive. Conversation fuel. Never run out of things to say. Most people don't run out of things to say. They run out of transitions. They answer a question, the sentence ends, and their brain panics because it doesn't know what to do next. So they default to the social shutdown button. Yeah, true, exactly. And then silence shows up like an uninvited guest. So here's the fix. You don't need more topics. You need bridges. Bridges are short phrases that connect one moment to the next. They buy you time, keep the flow moving, and make you sound naturally smooth. Here are 5 you can steal today. 1. That reminds me of. 2. Speaking of that. 3. Quick question. 4. This might sound random, but. 5. I'm curious, what do you think about? Now pair bridges with follow-up questions. Good conversation isn't about talking more. It's about pulling more out of the other person. 3 follow-ups that work almost everywhere. What was that like for you? How did you end up there? What's the best part of it? Micro drill. Pick 2 bridges and 2 follow-ups. Write them down and use them the next time you feel the silence coming. Here's a quick scene. Someone says, work has been crazy. Old you. Yeah, same. Silence. Upgraded you. Quick question, what's making it crazy lately? Or, that reminds me, what's the most stressful part right now? Now you're not entertaining, you're steering. And here's why this matters. When you have bridges, you stop fearing pauses. You stop scanning for the perfect thing to say. You start listening because you know you can move the conversation forward at any time. In the next chapter, I'll show you how to become more interesting without being funnier. It's a simple 10-second story formula that makes people lean in. The story upgrade: make people lean in. You don't need to be the funniest person in the room to be interesting. You just need to stop speaking in summaries. Most people tell stories like this: I went there, it was fun, then I came back. That's not a story, that's a receipt. Here's the 10-second story upgrade that makes people lean in. 3 parts. That's it. 1. Setup. Where were you? What was the moment? 2. Twist. What surprised you? What went wrong? What changed? 3. Takeaway. What did you learn? What was the point? Example, basic version: my weekend was good. Upgraded version: setup: I planned a calm weekend. Twist: my friend called and dragged me to a last-minute trip. Takeaway: I forgot how much I needed something spontaneous. Notice what happened. You didn't use fancy words. You used structure. Now here's the secret sauce for social skills. End your story with a door, not a wall. Meaning, you invite the other person in. So yeah, it was unexpectedly great. Do you ever do random last-minute stuff like that? Or, it reminded me I need more breaks. What do you do when you're burned out? Micro drill. Do it now. Take a boring line you say all the time like, work is busy, or nothing much happened. Rewrite it with setup, twist, and takeaway in 3 short sentences. Then add 1 question that invites them in. Because the best conversationalists aren't performing, they're creating openings. All right, we're almost done. So if you've got the upgrades, bridges, and story formula, that's basically the whole thing. But wait, there's one final piece most people skip, and it's the reason they still feel awkward even after learning what to say. All right, here's your simple checklist. 1. Stop using autopilot phrases. Add 1 detail instead of a rating. 2. Choose warmth over smart. Say human reactions, not flat words. 3. Speak with clarity. Confident doesn't mean aggressive. 4. Use bridges and follow-ups so you never freeze. 5. Tell micro stories with a setup, a twist, and a takeaway. 6. And the real secret: choose the feeling first, then choose the words. Now, one tiny action that makes this real. Today, upgrade just 1 phrase. Pick the one you overuse, like fine, good, or nice, and replace it with a more precise human version 1 time. That's it. Please leave a comment. Which phrase would you like to upgrade first? And what would you say instead? And here's the 1 line worth rewatching. Save this. Don't reach for bigger words. Reach for sharper ones. If you want the perfect next video to watch on this channel, go for Amy Brown's The Shield Against Manipulation. Because once you speak more clearly and confidently, the next skill is protecting your mind from people who try to control the conversation, the guilt, and the narrative. It's on the channel right now.